Good morning and aloha and welcome to another episode of Something to Do. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. This is my third time recording this game because the first two recordings of this game went horribly wrong. I don't know why, but the default settings for this game, when it was set to 60 frames, made OBS go absolutely crazy. It made the sticky keys act up immediately, and frames dropped terribly. So I had to go in to the emulator settings and adjust the frame rate so that it would run smoother on a lower frame rate. But that ended up not helping. So I set the default frame rate to be at 35 instead of 60. That did not help. The sticky keys still turned on. The frame rate dropped even worse, and OBS just hated it. I don't know why this game specifically is making my computer go absolutely nuts, but I've adjusted it even further now to where I now have the frame rate about as low as 20 frames, and I even did a test recording before this on a single race to show it off, and yes, the frame rate dropped even lower. It dropped to 14 frames, but like the controls stayed the same. Thankfully, sticky keys did not turn on. But now at this point, recording number 3, I am paranoid now because this hasn't been this bad since TMNT. Because you know that last recording, the sticky keys just randomly turned on, and that caused the footage to freeze up. And yeah, I don't know why the PlayStation 2 emulator is going absolutely nutso. Like, I guess the freaking 3 is the unlucky number here, and we're at recording number 1 for this. So I'm just hoping to God that everything goes decently with this recording. We are not doing story mode. We are doing a regular Cup Mario Kart style. We're going with easy. There's a mechanic in this where it will allow you to enable a boost while drifting. I can't do that because I don't know how to do that. So there's going to be no drifting in this session. So I know how to boost, so we're just gonna go with that. Just wanting to set the rules up of how this playthrough is gonna go. So let's get right into it. Crash Bandicoot. Oh my goodness. Now the loading times in this are not good. And they're even worse because of the settings that I put in, because I lowered the frame rate so down that it causes everything to slow down now. The other recordings, they played pretty decently, but since I've been forced to lower the frame rate, everything is now slowing down by about 40. So, it's not the game's fault, it's just me. At this point, it's all me. So we're just gonna work with what we have. I'm paranoid. I'm tired. I'm hoping to God all of this goes good. Okay, please work. Please work. Okay, everything's working good. Okay. Okay, we got the controls. The controls are good. Everything's going smoothly, thankfully. Okay. And no, Crash's somewhat stiff movements are not because I dropped the frame rate. That's just how he moves naturally, and I don't think that's a fault of the console or the game itself. I think that's more a stylistic choice as a callback to the original PlayStation racing game. So that has nothing to do with any issues. That's just Crash being Crash. Okay. When we get to a ledge, we're gonna hit the jump button, and that's gonna give us an extra oomph. If you're familiar with Mario Kart 8, you already know how this goes. You're just gonna have to put up with the slowdown. As you saw in the menu, we're only gonna have 3 races. But you've watched me play Burnout 2, so 3 races is pretty normal. How we're gonna do those 3 races, we have no idea. Yeah, I've lowered the volume down because, while I was trying to record this, the default settings that OBS usually puts on where it lowers the volume down, it disabled halfway through while doing this. So everything was like super loud for the first couple of recordings, so I had to go into my own volume settings and just lower everything. I mean, it's still loud in my ear, like the sound effects. So, yeah. I even went into this game's sound effects to lower them down, but you could still hear them. Can you tell I'm tired? The behind the scenes for this was crazy. What we gotta sacrifice in order to have a decent recording. Except now we have a little bit of a positive here, because in my last recording I said it dropped to 14 frames. I'm looking at the frames right now and we have a steady 20 frames, which is the default settings that I put them. So it's running properly all the way. Yay! We take the victories where we can get them. Dropping that item there did nothing. Okay. Much like most of the racing games that we've played, correction, all of the racing games that we've played, the soundtrack's coming from YouTube. This is from the game, but it's just, it's playing on a background tab because I don't want to risk any static noises. I played it on its own before this. It went pretty decently, but whenever too much happened on screen, the soundtrack slowed down. And I wanted none of that. So we went back to the way we did before. You guys remember a month ago? I remember a month ago. I remember it like it was yesterday, when everything was yellow. And then I turned it to blue. And then I turned it to dark blue to where it has that sort of green tint. Because it has, the reason I did that was, you know, to have it be moody. And plus, this game, as well as Unleashed and Ninja Turtles, they have dark colors in there. And it would probably hurt your eyes if you saw a bright yellow right next to what is supposed to be a dark colored game. That's terrible phrasing. But, yeah, that's why I changed it. I will change it back to yellow when, I play around with brighter games. This game itself has bright colors, but it's a lot darker than the rest of the games, though. I'm not sure if that's because of how the console is with it, or it's just how the emulator does it. But I want to keep consistency, and I don't want to hurt my own eyes when I look back at this. Every kart controls like a tank. And some people would consider that a problem. Not me. Because I've been playing on emulators for the most part, and because of the slowdown that the emulator does, it makes every game feel like a tank. So I'm used to that, so I'm not complaining. Yeah, I've seen many reviews for this game. I know that people consider most of the animations to be very stiff, and that some of the turns can be really hard. Not me, though. Not me. So, anything that this game happens to pull, I'm not gonna notice. These loading times, though, definitely gonna notice. Whee! A slow wee, but a wee nonetheless. Thank you, Coco. We're coming right up on Cathartic's son. We're head in head with him. Head and brain. And now we're in front of him. We're at the second race and already I'm paying attention. I got too much on my mind. I've got way too much going through my head right now. The frames just went up a bit. We were at 21 frames for a moment. I set the default to 20. That's impressive. Give me that freaking crate. Whee! I agree. Yeehaw. We're performing some sick tricks in this snow stage. Oh, I meant to throw that in the back of me. Not like it's gonna actually hit anyone. They're really far away. Whee! This music is way too relaxed for what's happening right now. Now we're just hearing the sound effects. The little woozy sound that the shield is making is overriding the music. That's not the emulator acting up. That is just the sound that the shield makes. Maybe I shouldn't have enabled it. Oh, I meant to hit the drift button. Whee! Hey! Hey! All of these tricks are just luck. I have no idea what I'm doing. But no drifts today. I don't feel like drifting. I don't know how to drift, and I really don't feel like learning. Haha. No. No. After hearing what that thing sounds like, I'm not enabling it. Nobody's gonna catch up to me anyway. I am not bothering. Unless I get, like, really sick of looking at it. You know what? Let's put up with it. It's making an icky noise. It's like when you scrape on a bottle, or like if you have one of those like art tables that has that kind of itchy feeling when you like strum your fingers across it. It just don't feel right, and it's irritating on the ears. At least we're experiencing it together. You and I. You and I and you. Not you, though. Not you. I see you in the corner. Terry, I see you in the corner. Over there by the right. Not you. There's gonna be one guy named Terry, and then I'm gonna hurt his feelings. I'm sorry, Terry. It's not you. It might be you, though. I don't know what you did, but don't do it again. And we're back. We're back. We're winning the race, and we're back to being annoyed. Maybe I should just avoid the boxes when I'm in first place. Why aren't we getting more of those? Note to self for the final race of this recording. Don't go for the boxes. Even though it's a requirement, only go for the Wumpa boxes. Wumpas are the fruits of the Crash Bandicoot world. You probably already know that, but... lore dump. Yeah, Crash won the race! Time to drop the nukes! Yeah, time to break out World War Space. World War X. I'm just pointing that out now, even though it happened in the last race. But when you race, a bunch of lasers just drop from the sky. They don't have confetti. They don't have balloons. They don't have everybody going, yay! Nah, they just straight up assault the planet you're on. Millions could be dead because you won that race. It's your fault. If only you didn't win. Unless they, like, took precautions and told everybody on the planet to leave because of races, so they're... I guess they're watching from a bunch of ships in the sky. In space. If it was in the sky, one of them would probably be shot down. These are important things that I think about every day. That's not sarcasm, I just legitimately think these things. Final race, everybody. I am paranoid. Whee! Oh no, the egg. It passed me up. Get a load of this. I would do that in the Eggman voice, but I tired myself out over being upset. How was your day? I asked this in another game, but I'm asking it here. How was your day? Did you get groceries? What kind of groceries? Did you get chocolate milk? Chocolate milk is very delicious. Whoa! That was a bigger jump than I expected. Okay. Grabbing that. Oh. I'm guessing that was a checkpoint box, which I don't know why you would need one. If you're in the middle of a race, you don't necessarily need to save mid-lap. Like, unless, like, it takes you to that checkpoint when you fall off the stage. I have one headphone off, and I'm hearing the right headphone make a noise that I am not familiar with, but I don't like it. Oh, shoot. I got disoriented for a moment. I'm just now paying attention to the music. That sounds like James Bond. Also, you're seeing it right. Crash Bandicoot was the first one to enable anti-gravity racing, not Mario Kart. I have nothing more to add to that. I just need to tell you that. These are pure facts from a tired boy. B-O-I. Boy. That was the longest first lap ever. The heck is going on behind me? Who's cooking in the oven behind me? Oh, that's just the electricity. Okay. I forget that the background can make noise. Bombs, you want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough Wumpa. Wumpa, Wumpa, Wumpa. Wumpa, 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 you're a jerk. Only one of my family members is gonna get that joke. I'm not gonna explain it here. I'm not gonna explain it at all. Besides, it's the wrong game. Whee! Sick tricks, bruh. Cowabunga. Totally tubular tricks, bruh. Really radical redacted, bruh. I couldn't think of another word for tricks that started with R. And that's what happens when I attempt to drift. That was preemptive. That was me wanting to drift, not remembering that I don't know how to do it. This isn't Mario Kart. Shoot. I forgot what the item button was for a moment. Whee! I now understand why they put the checkpoint boxes in there. This is a really long stage. And by virtue, a really long track. That's what I meant to say the first time. Oh. That was not OBS acting up. That was just straight up the game. We experienced that frozen point together. Up. Please don't be a shield. Please don't be a shield. Please don't be a shield. I'm gonna take my own advice and just not use that. We're just gonna have to put up with it for the rest of the map. It's not your fart. It's not your fart, shield. We just don't like what you sound like. I'm sure if this played out regularly, you wouldn't be as annoying. But you are, so... Go away. We don't need you. Go to your corner until we can figure out how to fix this. Which is gonna take a long time, by the way. You have a wife and family, shield? Go visit those. Is the mommy shield pink? And is your son shield blue? Or is it like opposite colors where it's just like you're green, she's purple, and that produces... I don't know what that would produce. I guess yellow. I'm having a family talk with an item. Oh. This track looks like it was already ready for war. That last track that we did, I made a joke about it being in the middle of war. But this track actually looks like it was in the middle of one, and they just tossed us in the middle of it for petty reasons, I assume. And we are done. Yay! And the end of the war. Drop all the ballistic missiles. This race was just an excuse for them to drop nukes on a goddamn planet. Yay! Yeah, I won. We don't need to look at the rest of the results. I won. I was tired from the beginning. Give me my goddamn trophy. Hand it over. I'm going home, and I'm going to bed. Give it. Give it to me. I'm gonna sell it on eBay. Okay. This was a very cathartic recording session. I hope you have a good rest of your day, a safe week, and a fantastic month. Really, I do. This was really hard to record for. Just have a fantastic year all around. Okay, you do that. Go, get going. Bye-bye.